Hello fellow Flosstubers, it's Patty here with episode 83. Today is November the 18th, 2019. On today's show, I have whips, I have a haul, I have a little bit of a rant, and I have some knitting. So sit back and relax, grab your beverage of choice. I'm doing water. Your craft of choice, and let's chat. How was everybody's week? Mine was great. The city or state came by and plowed the road. We had another dump of snow at the same time, but at least the roads are more manageable to drive on. I was able to get out for knitting this last week, so that was always a great time. Saturday, the little man came by and spent some time so his dad could do some errands for my dad. So that happened, and this week on Friday is my daughter-in-law's birthday, so happy birthday. So that's about gist of what's been going on around here. So shall we get on with the stitching? I think so. So Mira Monday, I am working on Moonflower by Mirabilia. I am still working on the moon, and I'm not getting burnt out with that. On the moon, I do a section of 10 and just keep working down that section of 10, and that seems to help not get too far out or lose my place. So that's how I've been doing that, if you were curious. And that seems to work well to do blocks of 10. Harry Potter homework, so the School of Magical Stitches and Literature homework. The prompts. What happened to it? Oh, no, that's not it. Uh-oh, I lost Petal Fairies. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. The first prompt was you found a gift. So if you had been given a pattern or fabric for a gift, or if you inherited a piece that still needed to be stitched, they considered that a gift. So I was gifted this pattern by my BFF. This is Petal Fairy. I am working on 28 count Toasted Almond by Witchell. I got her legs on there, and I finished up her hand and worked on some other odds and ends in there for my 300 stitches. Another prompt for homework was to work on a skeleton or a skeleton in your closet. So I pulled out Halloween at Huckwan Hollow by Carriage House Samplings, and I worked on the skeletons in that block. And this is 40 count heritage by Picture This Plus. And there is the skeleton. So I was happy to work on this, and this was also my dark 13 stitching. And then I worked on this pattern, which for the what is an heirloom, what you consider an heirloom in your family, and I also use this as the baby gift. So it is Love You to the Moon and Back by Kathy Stitches, that you can Kathy Patterns. Wait a minute, sorry. Kathy Patterns on Etsy. So I'm doing 14 count Ada on this. And I said in the baby gift that every baby needs love to the moon and back. So that is where that was at. And I had, okay, and then so I used that for 2 prompts. And then this was my last prompt, was to put something in a backpack for survival, and I said food. So this is the Give Thanks by Lois Winston from DMC. It's a freebie on DMC's website. And this is 28 count Carolina linen, and I did the turkey. So that was great. I worked on this on Friday and Saturday. Since I had the little man Saturday, I didn't get a lot of stitching done, so but I did finish up that 300 stitchings on Friday. Oh no, on Saturday, I'm sorry. Then I sat and watched some podcasts and saw Married with Stitches was talking about their squirrel along. So for Christian, this is the squirrel along. And this is Autumn Has Come by Helga Mandel. And I got this out of the gift of stitching, and it was their issue number 44, September 2009. So if you have the online magazine, it's in issue number 44. And this is also just on 14 count Aida, but I'm going to make a little pillow out of it. And I just pulled thread from my stash to do this, except for one color of DMC. So the rest of it is all just different colors. So that's what I'm working with. Because I have such a big stash of floss, I need to start using up. I do. And on Sunday, I woke up not feeling good, so Fright Night didn't come out. I really didn't start stitching until after dinner at 6 o'clock or 6:30. So I decided to pull out Lady Mirabilia. Oh, I'm sorry about that, guys. Lady Mirabilia. I am working on 32 count Haunted by Picture This Plus. And I worked on her hair. So her hair and then the flowers in her hair is where I'm at on that. And that was a lot of fun to work on until I got tired again. So yeah, I'm very happy with all of the stitching this week. So that was all of the stitching last week. Okay, so I think I'll leave the haul and the rant to the last. So if you don't want to hear the rant, you can turn it off. Knitting. I did work on 2 projects this last week. At Knit Night, I brought the baby blanket, which is Baby Waves by Mariana's Lazy Daisy Days website. And this is the Wave of Light baby blanket. I'm using Lion Brand Mandala in the Spirit colorway. And this is on a size US 7, 4.5 millimeter. So that's where I was the last time you saw it. I got quite a bit done. I have been working on it off and on, just not bringing it out because it's like a row here and there. But this is a good pattern to take to Knit Night because it's only 4 row repeat. The Starflake and I, by Stephen West, we got into a fight this weekend. I was knitting on it, and one of the rows you have to do a quadruple decrease, but if you haven't done the double decrease right, the quadruple decrease would not turn out at all. So I was on the last decreases for section 6, and I found the error. So I had to go all the way back to the first big section of section 6 and redo it. So that is where I'm at. So there has been negative knitting on Starflake, not positive knitting. But yeah, anyway, that is the way the old ball bounces sometimes. So that was all I knit on. So, haul. I usually don't say anything negative because I don't want to be negative on this podcast. And this was my experience. It may not be your experience, but it was my experience. As you know, I ordered 2 patterns from Sassy Jacks back in September. I looked it up on September 7th. I made this order. A week later, I contacted them and said, hey, I haven't heard from you guys. What's the deal? They got back with me promptly and said, oh, I thought we sent you an email telling you that we had miscounted and neither of the patterns are in stock. Do you still want the order? It will be here in a week. Yeah. I'm not going to work on it right away, but yeah, I can wait another week. And then I waited the week, still hadn't heard anything, and I waited another week, and then I started emailing again. I sent them, I believe, 3 more emails. Nothing. So, and this was, October now. So, okay, well, maybe it'll come. I'll wait. I'll give it 2 months. So, on November the 7th, I started calling. And I would call during hours because that's the only time that you can even leave a message is when they're open. So I left 2 messages. And I said my name, said the order, said I wanted to cancel. The second phone call, I said my name, said the order, told them my phone number, told them if I don't hear from them that I was going to contact PayPal to get my money back. Still didn't hear from them. So I thought, okay, I'm going to give them 1 more phone call. And then if I don't, I will contact PayPal. Because I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to do that. But I also want my money back. Because it's obvious that their online customer service they don't really care about. So I called them. She answered this time. I about hit the floor. And she took care of it right then and there. She canceled my order. The money was in my PayPal account. And then back to my credit card. I mean, if that's all you had to do, why didn't you do it the first time I called? And left you the number. And left you my name. Left you my phone number. You could have called me back. No big thing. So, my moral to the story is that I am not going to order from Sassy Jacks again because their online customer service isn't very good. If this is your store, I'm sorry. Like I said, this was my opinion. This was what happened to me. I'm just putting it out there for a word of warning. Take it for what it is. So anyway, I went on to Kathy Barrick's Etsy shop and ordered the 2 patterns. One is a paper pattern, so it's coming. And the second one was a PDF. So this is Halloween's birthday. So, of course, I got that the same night because it was a PDF. And I could have gotten this as a hard copy, but I decided not to. So, and it's already shipping. So it should be here probably this week. And I've, of course, already have the fabric for it. Yeah. So I'm not going to start this right away, but at least it's here in my stash if I want to. I'm going to stick with my 1, 2, 3 stitch and PDF patterns from Etsy. I have decided. So, anyway, looking around, I think I have told you guys everything that I wanted to. This week's homework, I put there was 5 prompts. I really couldn't find anything for the first 4, so I'm doing the penalty stitching. So I'm having to do 600 stitches on Moonflower, and so the rest of the week is open for whatever I want to stitch on. So I hope that, that'll be a great week. But I also hope that whatever you craft it to your heart's content, and I will see you again soon. Bye, guys.